What's going on, After Buzzers? Welcome to the Good Behavior After Show. Tonight we're talking Season 1, Episode 5, Beautiful Things Deserve Beautiful Things. Stay
Horsemen.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
He did start it there.
This is Tehran's choice.
Listen, this isn't my choice. This was a choice song that was on the show, Good Behavior.
There were
which
a lot
we
of
watch
songs on the Good
every
Behavior.
single
You
week
chose this one.
because this was the highlight show in everyone's face, especially Death over there. By the way, introducing us now. Come on, we're the Four Horsemen now.
Okay,
we're the four
apparently
officially.
this panel is where we represent the Four Horsemen.
We are the Four Horsemen. That's the name of our
Apparently.
group. We are a pack of. We are just a pack
So how
of
about we
killers.
introduce
Savages.
We are.
ourselves?
We're savages. Exactly.
We represent savagery.
Exactly. We are. We're the Four Horsemen.
What's the name of my horseman?
You're pestilence.
Pestilence.
Which I
Okay.
looked up, I Googled before the show actually. Google it.
Yeah. Why do you look so?
Because I don't know how to do
That's,
it.
see that
Your face
Death.
is perfect.
That's death.
Like, you're just so, like, no
Death.
bullshit. Like,
That's why you're
Google
deaf.
it.
Why do you get to be warned?
Whoa! I didn't
know.
choose. Hey, they chose for us. This is famine. Okay.
No, we're going to introduce
Yeah,
ourselves
let's do
with
it.
our
Yeah.
horseman names. So, as you guys know, I'm Olivia, the real _O_G, or better known as apparently Pestilence. Maddie?
I am Pestilence. Hey guys, I'm Maddie Makely, and you can find me on the tweet and the gram at Maddie_Makely, and I am Death.
Death. You're death. You're the Grim Reaper.
Apparently, I am Death.
What's up, guys? I'm Abigail Fraher. You can find me on all social media at Abigail Fraher, a.k.a. Famine.
Yeah. And of course, your boy War is in the building. The Four Horsemen representing
Why does he get
the
the cool
best
name?
AfterBuzz panels are right here. Always check us out. Four Horsemen. Whenever we sign up, we're the best at I Am Tehran all across the gram and the tweet. I'm a team player.
Not tweet.
That's how it is. It's tweet.
that.
The tweet. We're a team now, guys. We are a team. We have bonded, and we are like the apocalypse. Okay, and we're bringing it. We're bringing the heat. Someone call 911. We're about to kill this shit right now.
I just want Famine
Straight
across
up.
my
Ridiculous.
back on the sweatshirt.
Oh, true.
I thought we were getting tattoos now.
We're
I
getting-
know.
No,
I was like, that's a little far.
That's a little
I
aggressive.
just
Little
came up with
much.
this like right
Little
before the
much.
show.
Yeah.
Let's let it go for a little
Tone
bit.
it down a little
Yeah.
bit.
So what happened this episode?
So, Letty...
Did you we watched it with
I
you?
mean, I watched it,
happened?
Well, let's break it down for
yo,
our
that was
audience.
this was a crazy episode.
Yeah.
It was crazy, but this might have been one of my favorite episodes yet. What are you guys thinking?
It was.
Not quite.
I wouldn't go that far,
Listen.
but it was good.
It was a very entertaining episode. It's not one of my favorite ones, but I did like seeing a suitcase full of money. Now that really made my night.
Who doesn't like seeing a suitcase full of money?
That's badass. No.
So
never seen a
we
suitcase
start
full
out
of
the
money.
episode. Javier and Letty are back together. They're a team again, and we finally learn a little bit more about the mysterious Javier in this episode, or the mysterious Uncle Jav, right?
Uncle Have.
Javier
Javi's going through
Pereira.
some shit right now.
Javier Pereira.
Yep.
Pereira.
I'm not even going to
Pereira.
try.
Palela.
No, don't say it like Letty. Pereira.
Got it.
He's
I think
from
that we-
Argentina,
Yes.
which we also learned.
Argentina.
I think the only way to describe them at this point, they're so bad and bougie. Like, that's all I saw this whole episode is how they're so, I mean, does that not fit them perfectly?
What do you
Or
mean?
what? They go in like 5-star hotels, but they're so badass.
Have
and
you ever
they're
stayed at
so-
a Motel 6?
I have not.
No, okay. How many stars are the hotels you usually stay at? I'm just
Well,
asking
not-
questions.
No, I mean, I think, well, wait, why me?
I'm just asking
He's
because
trying to make a point that, like, a decent amount of
pretty-
people only stay at nice hotels.
no,
but no,
it's just
no,
that
no.
the pot
But
calling the kettle black. Like you're
like-
saying they're bougie.
They aren't bougie. She steals like $20,000 rings, and I mean, just like everything about like them together is just like, I feel like everything they do is like so like it looks like it's high class, but then like they're doing this badass stuff all the time, which is like it's not a bad thing at all. I'm just saying like they crazy.
I thought it was interesting to see, like, that Javier is from, like, a
A
well-to-do
good
family.
yeah.
It seems
Yeah.
like, because I didn't expect that. I mean, we don't know if his parents are, but, like, his sister. I got really pissed, honestly, in this episode.
At
Like,
what?
At Letty.
Why?
Because
I agree because
It's
this is like a nice like she's kind of
she's
screwing over
fucked up.
Javier's
Yeah.
family, and you know something, it didn't really dawn on me
until the end.
Yeah,
Like, you just stole from, like, your dude's sister.
But
She
didn't
actually
know.
didn't steal from the hotel. She stole from the ATMs that are inside the hotel that don't belong to the hotel.
So it has nothing to do
It's
with...
a security issue with the hotel.
Really?
But the bank is the one, or whatever ATM company is going to own.
So it
I
doesn't
don't
affect-
think Letty would have stolen from Javier's sister.
But they're not the ones that put money into that ATM?
They're not. No.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
and she even said it, like, in the beginning,
Still.
before they went on this mission, that she was like, well, they're about to rip the hotel off and I need to stop them. So her mission wasn't to steal, I bet she would have told Javi about the money that she got in the end and shared it with him or something. Or,
She specifically
I don't know.
didn't tell Javi, so we don't know what happens next week. But the one
But she
thing,
didn't get a chance to.
I don't know if she felt like she was doing anything wrong because it was going to get stolen anyway. And so she just stole
just
from
made a
the
quick come
Steelers.
up.
That's how she came up with the idea. But you guys are mad at Letty. I mean, I'm a little mad at Christian. I'm wondering who Javi's parents are because it seems like they come from, when you say wealth, obviously his dad did something in the old country that wasn't right.
well, he was calling it blood money.
Exactly. So we don't know if he was like this, like a politician who took money, or if he was like a drug dealer. This is Pablo Escobar's son, or something like that. I mean, those are circumstances that are realistic. We don't know where this money came from because he called it blood money. So I was really upset actually at Javier's reluctance to rejoin his family. Like, they're putting in an effort, and then he's still playing stubborn when it's like, you don't have your parents forever.
Well, it didn't seem like he was gonna give into it though, or not from your perspective. I thought it seemed like he was down for it. He's almost started crying.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like he didn't expect that. Like,
Right.
he never listened. I don't think either they didn't leave voicemails or he didn't listen to the voicemails, but I don't think he expected that. But also, like, I feel like the whole episode is just everyone overstepping boundaries. Like, even his sister inviting Letty to the dinner. Like, everyone's just real quick to put themselves where they're not really supposed to be.
Death, you seem like you have something to say.
No, I'm just
Taking it in?
I'm just absorbing what you're saying.
Do you
'cause I
guys
see
want
what
to
you're
break
saying.
it down? So Ava is his sister, and we find out the guy that runs the funeral home is his sister's
Ex-husband.
ex-husband,
Yeah.
right? Because she says that he's having an affair, but an affair didn't really apply to their relationship.
something I
Javier
would say.
points out. What, he's having an affair?
Yeah, it's like,
we're not
yo,
together, but he's
you've
having
been
an
She was
divorced for
actually
how
happy.
long?
She was happy
Yeah.
for him. Like, I hope he's found someone, like, has moved
Yeah.
on or been able to move on.
Wait, did you just assert me as death? Like, as the name? Yeah, okay, sorry. I was like,
We're just pointing
okay,
that out.
sorry. I just had to point that out.
Death, it's
Anyway.
okay.
My bad.
So Ava is his sister, and then
Yeah.
her ex-man is the one that runs a funeral home that helps Javier out with his assassinations, murders, whatever. you wanna
Why
call
is
it.
this funny to you, Pestilence? Assassinations. Why is those like it helps him with his
I don't think
assassinations?
she's laughing because
murders?
it's funny, but
This
it's just
whole-
like,
it's like a
circle
twisted
between them.
family.
It's
Does
just
his
like,
sister know what he does?
That's what I'm
No.
saying. She must not
doesn't.
know.
But the brother-in-law does,
of
obviously.
No,
course.
you know the sister doesn't because he's afraid that they found out when he's going to go
Right,
talk
but-
to them. The brother-in-law is like, I don't know what it is.
Does the brother-in-law even know, or does
Yes.
he kind of just close his eyes to it like you can use it?
No, he
He's
helps
gotta
him.
know.
He helps him.
Okay.
He's
wait,
the one that
brother,
helps.
I don't know, because he was worried about his daughters even getting in the car with who he thought was a
That's
hooker.
what I'm saying, because
So-
he was worried. I was thinking, like, he's
Does he
worried
really
that
know what's
Letty's
going
a
on?
hooker, but
Right.
he's not worried that Javier is a murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
If
all
I
different with your
remember,
baby girls.
The
like,
brother-in-law is the one who helped burn the bodies.
Yeah.
So clearly he knows there's something if I'm
Exactly, but
burning
he's
people's
allowing
bodies.
his daughters
Yeah.
to, like,
Because
roll
they're
with
still
him.
their uncle.
I
and they know
know,
he'll
that's the
act
thing.
different, like with them. They won't do that.
Yeah.
You
You
must trust him a lot.
It's different, of course. There's like a honor amongst these thieves, but it's not like it's like if your family members in the mafia, you know,
Yeah.
you still have that's your family, but you're not gonna be like, oh, just
Probably feel
because
safer
he's a
with your
pimp,
kids, yeah.
I'm allow him to my kids to hang out with some hookers and whores.
yeah.
No. It's
Okay,
like
fair to
this is our
say.
he keeps it separate, and the way Javier conducts himself is very proper, as Death said, bougie, right?
Yeah.
So it's like he carries himself with this air and this respect, even though what he does is so negative and obviously a criminal act, but he carries himself very well, which is the difference. He's not a thug.
I don't think it's the fact that they're family, but like, what if somehow he got caught when he was driving and the kids happened to be in the car when the cops roll him. Like, you know what I mean? It's just things like that.
I don't think he's
where-
thinking that they're
I know.
under.
Well, it's stuff that he's probably not thinking about, obviously. But I mean, like, but he doesn't think about that. But then he gets like all shaken up when he thinks that they'll be in a car with a hooker.
Because there's something low about a hooker. There's just something low about that
Yeah.
concept. Even when you
And
think
he's
about
already,
like,
his daughter already
there's
has
a
a problem
difference.
taking nudes.
But there's a difference. Hilarious. There's a difference between like escorts, call girls, and hookers. Like hookers are
they're the
last.
bottom of the
Yeah,
chain.
the bottom
They're
of.
the gross
They're
ones.
bottom of. There's like
They're
gold
the
digger.
uneducated
There's
ones.
gold digger,
Okay.
who's like wives and stuff, right? So we have gold digger, and then we have escorts. Right, we have escorts. They fly to Dubai. They take pictures from Dubai, but we know what they're doing in Dubai. Then there's call
They're always
girls.
alone
They're
on their
call girls,
vacations.
right?
Do you ever
And then the
notice that?
call girls are in the back of the pages and stuff, and they show up to the house, but they go home. And then there's hookers, and those girls work the streets, and they're just like, usually drug addicts, which ironically Letty is, and all these things. But that's the bottom of the barrel, and there's a discrepancy in criminality between the two, between Javier, the esteemed hitman, and like a street thug, and between Letty, the wise, thieving young lady that she is, entrepreneur in a way,
Yes.
and a common hooker.
Wow. Well, thank you for.
You're very
breaking
welcome.
I
Breaking
hope
that
that
down.
person's
War.
watching. Did you guys
War
see
did
the
that.
comment from last week?
What?
One of our viewers thinks that
You're so
they know
smart.
they're really aware that you're intelligent.
Well, thank you. I'm glad that they can see that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just me. Is it? We have a panel of intelligence. Our intelligence they just come up of different sizes and perspectives, because one thing that Maddie had pointed out last week
Screw
actually
Matt.
worked out this week.
Yeah.
Right? Deb
About
said
the
last week
drawings?
about the drawings, remember? And you were like, yo,
Yes.
and they kind of talked about that this week. How
It's almost
this-
like they're watching.
They
So
probably do
weird.
watch
Oh my
us.
god! And then they make the episodes after they watch our episode.
they do.
That's crazy.
Oh my God, was that sarcasm?
They had to give you a quick shout out with the
But
red
I mean,
hair.
hey, on my defense, even Letty said, "Hey, this kind of does look like you in a way."
And it's funny, the person that she says that it alludes to, that it looks like, Billy Patton.
Something with Princess.
Yeah, Princess Bride. If you guys, it's actually the guy that's like, I killed your father. You killed my father. Prepare to die. My name is Inigo Montoya.
How did you
and
know
it's that
this?
guy. Because it's the character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
That's
that's.
cool. You just know
Spends a
everything.
lot of Friday nights
I just
alone.
I watched
watching
Princess
movies.
Bride is actually one of my favorite movies.
no.
It's gangster in the hood. We all watch Princess Bride. And
I've never seen the Princess
you've never
Bride.
seen a
No,
Princess
me either.
Bride?
I've never seen
I've
a
never
lot of
seen it
movies that
either.
will probably make you
one's
upset.
Tehran seen
Inconceivable.
that.
Inconceivable. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh, that's the thing. But it's interesting. I would feel like some of you guys have seen it, but it's such a good movie. You guys should check it out. But that's
put
why.
that on my
If you know who
list.
Inigo Montoya is, you would be like, oh,
Okay,
yeah.
fair.
So to do this weekend, we'll write that one down.
Yeah, we'll write
After
that.
we go ice skating.
Too sarcastic remarks from
Death is
Def.
on fire
Def
tonight.
is trying to kill me.
Okay, guys. So now we got the family breaking down, and I'm wondering. So is David his brother? Though David keeps on calling.
Yes, David's
That's
the
his
brother.
strange, like super strange brother. I think Carlos is the one that isn't.
David.
David.
Is Carlos his brother as well?
Carlos. I'm not sure. We're still being introduced to this whole this
I
whole
kind
entire
of it's a
other
little
family.
difficult to follow, honestly. Like there's just like bits and pieces that like I just don't understand what's going on between like his family dynamic. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, he's
I know it's his
separated from
brother.
his family since he was 16 for a reason. And obviously he's not very fond of his father. And his father's trying to reconnect with him through his sister. His sister had always been on Javier's side, right, as she
Yeah.
said. But now
Ava?
Ava is warming up to the fact that the dad wants to get more involved. I mean, he bought her a restaurant to start on her own. So
Thinking that
obviously
Javier
helps a
is a
little.
private chef. That's what they
Exactly.
think his job is, that he's like this private chef who cooks. Because apparently he's a really good cook. And we see
Maybe
that
he was.
he goes over to the sister's house and cooks, and everyone's so excited that he's cooking.
Yeah.
So maybe he is an excellent cook.
But why can't he do that as his job?
Because
it-
killing
is
people
fun.
makes a lot more money.
Okay, but okay.
I mean-
Maybe he maybe his father did something similar.
It's
Right.
possible.
And it's kind of ironic because it's like
He left
you're-
because of that, but then
yeah,
he's now
and then he
doing it.
picks up right after. Well, we don't even know if that's what blood money actually is in this situation, but it definitely could be. And I mean, his sister's a bit of an entrepreneur herself, right? Now she's running this restaurant and she runs this hotel where Javier always stays when he's back in town. So now that he's trying
Where
to spend
are they right now?
North Carolina,
North
right?
Carolina.
Like where?
We don't. I don't know the exact town.
Okay. Sorry, I was just trying to get it.
No, it's okay. So he always stays at this hotel. So the girl at the front desk is very familiar with him, and she's kind of super annoying.
Yeah.
He leaves Letty there while he takes care of his family business, and she's like, "Oh my God, like Javier." And
That was the worst.
Nice.
That was the worst impression.
That was the
not-
best
no, I
impression.
literally wrote down
That was
Javier
perfect.
just to make sure I said it just like her. You know?
You did a good job.
That was a wonderful impression. I
Thank
think.
you.
Yeah, calm down.
you.
Pestilence, it was not. Here's the thing.
What did she sound like then?
I mean, she was a little more. She was a little more like.
Okay, she was like, "Oh my God."
Oh, you get a
Javier."
fax. I mean, obviously we have facts. It's hilarious when she said that. I just thought it was funny when she was like, when Letty's like, "You guys still have faxes?" And she's like, "Obviously," because she was so nice. She was actually rude.
Yeah.
She was so nice that it was rude. Like,
And she's like, I'm gonna keep folding it.
yeah.
Let me just fold it.
Like,
That was a really
like,
good. That was a good impression.
Hella
That was good,
slow too.
I'm
Just
sorry.
like-
that was a good impression. It was.
Right.
It was good.
I thought you did a good job.
But something,
you.
of course they do. They all band together, famine and pestilence and death corner over there. But here's the thing. It was interesting because obviously Javier, who we thought was this big player, never brings girls or women
I
around.
did think that was interesting.
And then boom, Letty is like the first girl he's ever brought around, and that makes it way more special. Now, this hasn't just become like a situationship. It really is kind of a relationship, because why would he bring her around knowing he had to go home? He knew that he was visiting his sister. He knew the secret would get out because you have the nieces in the car who immediately came in and told.
Yeah, but it was so nice how Letty and the nieces like homied out a little. It's
Yeah,
like
no, I liked
everyone
that.
really.
Over that song.
Well, see,
Over
that's
that
the thing.
song.
I wrote down Letty and the girls' insight to her as a parental figure, and then I'm like, wait, maybe it's not
and-
that good. But she
She
gets
can relate
them.
to them.
She's
Well, I
be
feel,
on their
different.
level.
I feel like
person with
she
them.
enjoyed it too, because she's like, these are like kids I can't really have right now. I guess. So
Her Jordan.
yeah.
Yeah, her connection
yeah.
to her
It
kid.
was super
cute.
cool, but it's like kind of a shame because now that she is introduced to the family and they are warming up to her it's all a lie.
But
Right.
so is his. So is his story. So it's not like it's like
Also fair
they're
to
not
say.
used to deceit. This is they come from a deceitful seed. What I thought was really fun was when she pulled such a girl thing. Was when she was in the car and then she did the window thing so that the brother-in-law could see like she was in the car. She like put the window down and then rolled it right back up. Like,
Do you think it was so he could see? I thought
of
she could
course,
listen.
no, she was being a girl.
Are you
That's
sure?
Of course. Why would she roll the window down and then roll it
because
right
she was
back up?
dumb. She didn't realize
Everyone
they were
said- no,
tinted.
she was looking like, hey, I'm a girl, I'm in the car.
I don't think
Exactly.
so.
I think so.
No, she was definitely trying to listen.
I think she
No.
wanted to ease into the conversation, like just by listening. But once she saw that he saw her, she was
rolled
like,
it
nah.
back up.
No, she
Yeah.
liked it. She liked
Well, I
being
think
known.
you're
She
wrong.
no, she did, and I'll tell you why. Because she went out of her way to like try to get the sisters' attention too. So no, she wanted to be part of this dynamic, and I'll tell you why I felt that way. Because if you just want to eavesdrop, you'll roll the window down just a little. She rolled the window down all the way, gave the death stare, and then rolled it right back up. And I know girls.
Was it the death stare, or was it like, oh,
it was the
shit?
death stare. It was like the hello.
I thought it was like,
hey,
oh,
I don't think you know girls
No.
as well as you
Because
think you know girls.
I definitely know girls, and they're shady, manipulative ways. Famine, okay?
God, famine, don't you know anything?
But she did it so like quick, and like she didn't want them to know that she's like rolling the window down and super slick.
I
And then
don't
roll it
think
right
there was
back up.
nothing
She was like
slick
an
about
idiot.
hitting the
No,
window,
but did you watch
looking,
the way
and
she
then,
did it? It was like she was like,
yeah, no,
And then,
I
like,
didn't see
went
a
back to the
surprise. I saw.
I think
Like-
she would have been
like
more
the
blunt
eyebrow
and like
was like-
rolled it down and just
And been like,
I felt like she.
Hey.
I felt
think
like
she did
it was
that.
a
I
little
think
bit
you're
of a-
really bad at
and then
reading
she would
that.
like scream out the window like, "Oh hi, Javi's brother."
I love your impression.
No, because that would be. Look, she was.
I feel like she would have done that if she wanted the attention.
Dubiously subtle by being so brazen. Girls do stuff like that. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. If last night after the show, I'm having conversation with people who were at the show and these girls, and then this girl came up and she was like, "Hey, are you guys all friends?" And she just wanted to be in like the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
This is totally different
It's not
than
different.
your
It's
little.
Talk
a
about
girl.
yourself.
No,
Okay,
it's a
talking to
girl
girls.
who wanted to get attention.
Guys, girls talk to him.
No, that's not
They
even
do.
what it was.
He just told
You
us
guys
the
are
story.
such haters right now, okay? Yo, 4 horsemen, it should be 3 haters in me, okay? So look, what I'm saying is the girl wanted to interject herself to be like, hey, like, I was just trying to be friendly. No, you were trying to get their attention. Girls do that.
No, she was trying
Okay,
to know what
well,
they're saying.
this
Anyway.
is a male versus female
As
perspective.
opposed to
I
when
respect what
boyfriends
you're
lean
saying.
back in the car and don't want to be like noticed, and then you have to like go out of your way to say hi. That's a different thing.
Do you like Letty?
That's like a different
Sounds
thing.
familiar.
Does that sound
Okay, can we
just keep
agree
moving
to
on?
disagree?
I
Moving
didn't say-
on.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so now
That's someone who doesn't want to be seen. Like they wouldn't even be
Do you
involved.
like Letty though?
I like Letty. I like Letty, but you know what? She really ruins people's lives.
She
Like-
really
Yeah.
does.
Like I feel like she just ruined Christian's life.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like,
unintentionally
no,
so.
she,
No, she invited him to
she
do it.
blatantly disrespected her parole. Like parole is real.
Hold up though. I don't think Christian was that satisfied with his life before, to be
I
honest.
think she might have
but
gave him
he
the push he
wasn't-
needed.
But he, like, okay,
Really?
a lot of people aren't satisfied with their life, but do they just go steal
You're right.
money?
Christian
no.
just stole $100,000, right? What did Letty even have parole for? What was her parole for again? For stealing? So what? You think this nigga's just clear? Like it's gonna be done? You don't know if he gets caught. How about if he gets caught
No,
and
I
now
told
he's
you I
an
think he's gonna
accessory?
die. I still think he's gonna die.
He's an
That-
accessory.
I'm staying with
Yeah,
that.
death.
Death. I still think he might die, but he needs to go. But I mean, he wasn't that happy to begin with anyway, and I feel like he kind of tells that to Letty in the end when he's like, you know, like I don't really like my
Is your
job.
hand okay?
Mine?
Your hand over? No.
I've been doing this
She's
to
got
the
writing
paper.
all over her
I have
hand.
writing
Sorry.
because I've been.
Anyway, no, I'm sorry. I think she messed his
Four
sorry.
Horsemen, the best after show. Listen,
you for calling
we
me
may
out.
not
You
know
are the
anything,
best.
but at least we are entertaining the whole time.
There are no cameras in here or anything.
Show them your hand just so they can see it.
No, my hand was on my paper.
Anyway,
I'm
no,
sorry.
I think
I'm messy kid.
I think she ruined Christian's life more so, and now I think he
has
I think
freedom
he
now.
wanted it to be ruined.
yeah, but he has an addictive personality.
And as does she.
Now what's gonna happen?
Well, this is what I'm saying.
he has
It's-
$100,000 to go and live
and
freely.
then that's the other thing. They are all acting like $100,000 is like a lifetime's worth of money.
No, but
It's
in
not.
North Carolina,
It's
that could
not-
get you through. Maybe not in LA, but in North Carolina, I feel like that can get you.
It could
We
last
had this
you a
conversation
while.
the other day.
2
how, like,
years.
40,000 a year is maybe
How
what he
long does
was
it take?
making. That's 5 years.
Fair.
No, it's not.
No,
but
it's
that's
2
what the
years.
point. That's what I'm
Not
saying.
like a
That's
half.
what my point is.
How long
Like
would
it's
it-
not.
It's not a lot of
Like
money.
I agree with Famine on this. It's not a lot of time.
No,
like,
but how long would it take him to get another job?
I don't
that
think
he
he's thinking
enjoys?
like that.
Okay, but can you
I am.
like
Okay.
it's better than no money. Like let's not knock this right now. It's a good
Yeah.
chunk of money that would take
Until
you
he's
a while
caught.
to get. Yeah,
if he gets caught, I hope he doesn't. That's one thing the show is really good about is making you sympathize with the villain. We
Yeah.
like the villains.
We
the villains
do.
are Letty and Javier, and yet we like them. And now
And now
Christian.
Christian, right?
And so
Yeah.
Letty's using this. I feel like she's justifying it. So she's like, you know, I'm not drinking, I'm not doing drugs, but I'm stealing. But technically, it was already gonna be stolen anyway. So I was just
But it's with everything. I mean, she
Finessing
stole
in this
like 20
situation.
minutes before this. She stole
A $20,000 ring.
Yeah,
exactly.
so it's like
and
where
she speaks about how she just enjoys the high, and it's almost like replacing her addiction to drugs and alcohol.
Right.
I
But
think
it's
her
like-
real high is like the whole experience of like that mission though.
Oh, it is.
Like
She
not
says
just
like
dead stealing,
she
but just
was-
the whole pretending the
Yeah.
yeah.
it's
just
all
being
an
a
act,
different
and she knew,
person.
she said herself in
Her
the
high is
elevator.
disrupting lives, whether it's her own or somebody else's. Like,
I think I wrote down what she said. Oh, she said half the high is pretending and dressing up.
That
I
was
just-
smart.
What?
That was. I liked her comment. I liked
Oh.
Famine's comment.
I mean, it's exactly what Letty
like
said.
yeah, yeah. But like she's just running amok, and I don't
And
But
it's-
her,
and
when you
it's-
said it was
now
her
it's
high,
irritating me.
is to destroy people's
destroy
lives.
things,
Like
right?
either whether it's her own or others. That's a great
I just-
perspective.
It's fair to
There's
say.
a part of me that, I mean, this probably isn't true, but I thought that she was just bipolar because we ended last episode with her literally at like almost rock bottom, has nowhere to go, and then calls Javier, which is like her only saving grace, and then she's like breaking all of his rules that he set up for her.
yeah.
Wait,
and he's
but
trying-
she kind of tried to respect the rules in the beginning. She could have had those nips and she didn't have them.
But it's like,
I'm just gonna say. She could have drank the nips.
But he
wait,
they didn't see each other
The little
all
bottles,
day.
the bottles.
I've never heard them
bottles.
called nips before.
Well, I touched
That's
some on
cute.
you.
Thanks. Sorry.
Something new every day.
Nips
but-
short for nipples?
No,
Could be.
maybe.
I mean, that's the only other nip that I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, what
Oh
else?
no,
What else
no.
could it be?
Oh my god, that just happened. Okay. We're gonna pretend that it didn't.
She just
Because that
snorted.
was really
At least she
no.
wasn't snorting coke or anything that Letty would do.
But like we see her when she gets to the suite, she's like almost at like this high again, you know, just like got out of the car with like her new homies, Instagram homies, and then she's having, you know, one glass of wine in a bath to bawling about her son to like drinking more and gambling and then she just goes down a bad
Her
path.
life's like a her emotions.
She
are a
needs
roller
to be
coaster.
put on medication.
Possibly.
Probably
She
not.
was, maybe
She
she was
needs a
self-medicating. Maybe
needs
that's
to
why
be
she
a
used so much drugs.
psychiatrist.
She probably is self-medicating, but probably giving her
Guys,
some more medication will not help her.
She
addictive
needs to
personality.
be put in jail. I think she needs to be put in jail.
So cute.
Well, I mean, like, you guys are like, oh, well, therapist, obviously, but it's like, no, if she got caught for everything that she's done wrong, I think she would have life in prison.
Actually-
I mean, she killed some. No, she didn't.
On
but-
that point that you made,
Which point? She
that
should
she
be in jail?
Can we go back to when they sent Gary to jail with the cockfighting?
Oh, yeah.
Because I just want to make the point that Todd, it seems like Todd's just on a rampage to just get people back in jail rather than doing their actual job of trying to make people sustainable outside
Gary was
of jail.
also black, so we.
Todd is a douchebag.
Well, but you know, Todd gave him
We've
24
seen
hours.
him be racist before.
But Todd gave him Christian 24 hours to put Letty back in jail too. So I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
it
but
seems like he just
he
wants
might not
everyone
know
back
Letty
in jail.
is white. Maybe because it just said Letitia. He was like, oh, let's go find her. Because they've never actually seen her. She's never shown up for an appointment. The only appointment we've seen her go to was the first one, and that was it. She has really affected Christian and his job, no matter any way you look at
And
it.
I feel like it's mean. She's like, she knows
She
that
just
she's
blatantly
putting his
disrespects
ass
it,
on
yeah.
the line, and she
But guys,
does not
like
care.
if this
She
was
doesn't.
any other parole officer like in the world,
She'd be in jail.
she would be so out. But I feel like he almost gets a high off her.
Well, he likes her.
He likes
loves
her.
He held her
Loves her.
hand at the diner.
He's
Yeah,
obsessed
a
with
touch.
her.
He touched.
Over
and
nasty.
Stalker. She calls him stalker.
She even has him as Christian Stalker in her phone.
Wait, but
like,
can we just talk about what he did was smart. He just zoomed in to find her to see what hotel she was staying at,
That's
like on
right.
the road. But did you know if you can save the photo and it will show you the location where it was taken? In case you wanna.
Uh-oh, it looks like we have another stalker. It looks like pestilent stalker.
Wait, I need to take notes on this.
Oh my gosh.
this is how I found out. So you just
Homeboy,
save-
you're in trouble. Just to let you know.
You save the photo, right, that they send you, and once when you like
Oh,
click
but they have to
on
send it to your like text message.
Yeah, but if you click on their
are we
the
doing a live
photo,
read right
Hold
now?
on, I need to hear this.
I'm about to
it
send
will
out a whole lot
show
of
you
stuff.
the location and the time that it was taken, or you can download it. You can send it to your computer, and
Who
it will
hurt
show
you?
you. Oh.
That's so real.
Oh.
Like, you have really
You don't even
investigated an ex, like, big time. That wasn't
Well,
just
that's
out
what
of
you
nowhere.
get when you mess with liars. So
Right.
Letty's a liar, and he.
Drop it. Drop this mic right here. It's like,
But I'm just giving you guys little,
That
you
is-
know,
I
and
didn't
anyone
know
out
that.
there that may need a little extra information.
Yo,
That was really helpful.
hell has no
very
fury
helpful.
like a woman scorned.
Seriously though.
And you have been scorned, and you're getting scorned as we speak. And, like, death over there has scorned
am-
many.
I have not scored
I feel
anyone.
like you've scorned many.
I
I'm
am
sure there's a
definitely
broken
am
heart
not.
guy right now walking around wishing he could hire Javier to murder you right as we speak.
Oh, that
Like,
was
that's a
a-
That was savage.
that was good.
This engineer is fired.
Fired? No, he's
Fired or
fired.
fired?
He is fired.
He is
Thank you
Fired.
for that.
Really?
You shouldn't praise people who make things happen. Thank you.
Excuse
Our
me.
production team is amazing. They are bomb.
gonna,
And
like-
I'm not just saying bomb because I'm half Persian. I mean that.
When I see this engineer after the show, okay, you need to chill. Felicia, you need to chill. Okay.
Maddie. Okay, we
we're
have
done.
10
We're back
minutes
to the
left.
show.
I think we need to bring up some points, make some predictions before we can,
Well,
you know.
before we go to the prediction points, we need to talk about the fact that Letty lied to the kids and said she worked for Instagram just to get it. And that's something we've seen her do, is she tries to conform to the will or the like of the people who are there. And that is a form of psychosis. So there is some psychiatric problem.
she knows
because her
how to
lie
do
could just
it.
be a lie.
She
it
read
could
that
just
book.
be a lie.
There's
but
that
then,
book out.
Sybil?
Sybil had personality.
What?
Personality
Yeah,
disorder.
Sybil had like
There's
50
it's a book.
personalities.
It's like the art of
Lying?
attraction or something. I forget what it is, but no, it like tells you like how to basically get what you want from people.
Oh, The Secret?
No,
No.
I actually have the
That
book.
tells
I
you
just
how
haven't
you
read
get
it
what you
yet.
want from people. Okay,
Can I borrow that book?
Yeah.
For what? You get
All
what
you have to do
want
is look
anyway.
at everyone just in their cute little way
True.
with their little puppy eyes.
No, death.
It's not okay. You know what?
It is
back
death.
to the show that we are, the after show that we're doing.
I think
Anyway.
Letty...
See that death look she gave me? I just think it's interesting that she conforms, like, even to the kids. She like,
Yeah, no.
she could have just said,
She just
"Oh, I
wants
would do
to
this."
be,
She
like,
likes
like
that.
I'm a
accepted.
teacher.
She
But
likes
she
being
knows
liked.
she knows exactly what people want to hear, and she's
Right.
very smart. She knows like what appeals to people, what she can do or what she can say
Like
to get what
Jeff,
she wants.
the guy at the slot machine who ended up being one of the thieves.
Exactly.
She like
She's
Juliet
so
Lewis
smart.
him and was like flirting with him and getting his hopes up, hurting him, by the way, even though she didn't like know she was, or maybe
And he
she,
was so clueless.
and he was like so happy to be hit on by a girl, and even said, "You're out of my league." And then she's like, "I get to determine who's in my league, and you're in my league," which is like a sweet thing to say if she meant it, but she didn't.
But she didn't.
But even that time in the car, I think
Words
it's
have
kind
power.
of bizarre that she's going against the one guy that's helping her. Because in the car, he's even like, she's a teacher. She's like, just like follow my lead kind of thing. Because like, it's his family, like, you know? And she's going against that. And this is the only guy left like on the earth trying to help her besides Christian.
You know who
Schaeffer.
else is bipolar? You. Just last week, you're like, "Yo,
my God,
why does
no,
she not be
strong.
strong? Why
Love
is she
it.
not strong?"
Well, no.
And then when she's not strong, you're like, "Why is she not strong?" And then when she is being strong, you're like, "Why doesn't she
It's- 'cause it's in
conform
different
and be
ways.
obedient to Javier?"
And it's different situations.
I
but
see.
it's
She-
like,
I
but
see.
like when you bring in family, there's something. I mean, if it was anyone else,
Something
I'd be like,
sacred.
whatever. But when you bring in family, there's something about that that's like, just do it his way, you know?
Yeah.
She has
I
no
agree.
boundaries and no
Yeah.
self-control, and it's
Yeah.
She
really
doesn't, but
pathetic.
Javier also always likes to have power, and she likes to challenge that. So the fact that he came up with this storyline, she was like, "Oh no!"
She has a problem with authority.
Yeah,
Like, couldn't
I'm
they
gonna
discuss
be
it
doing
before they
this.
pulled up?
They could have. Well, she didn't even really know what she was walking into.
And Javier tried, I think, even though he does like to have power, he did it in like a caring way, like when he faxed her the
yeah. Why
Liz.
did he fax it?
to just like give her another reminder.
Because he was being
like he
extra.
wanted like
Extra.
extra, but also
Javier's
it's like,
extra.
but it's
I
also
love it.
like the front desk person saw the rules too. You know,
Not to okay, so to my point, like Letty was smart in that way, but also the fact that she knew her entire prediction of this whole entire theft was spot on, and she knew exactly how everything was going to be executed because obviously she has a lot of experience in this department. You know what I'm saying? She was like, "It's going to be in the bag. There's no one in that room." And she saw
And she's
him
done this
taking
before.
down like the security camera.
They took someone's wallet, and this is when I say the part of good behavior that where the string unravels for me is that like regular laws in the real world don't apply here. They took someone's wallet who didn't notice that his credit card and like wallet was missing, and then checked in using that credit card. Like it would have been so easy for him to be like, "Hey, I lost my credit card," for them to be like, "Oh, well, you just used it to check into a hotel room," and they go, "Oh, it's in room 533 or whatever it was," and for
Hey, Tehran,
people to look.
This is a TV show.
Yeah, but you know what? Even when you say it's a TV show, TV shows now
Yeah.
especially are more real than ever. So when you say it's a TV show, there is still a suspension of disbelief that I have to buy into, and I don't buy into it with this show. So when I watch Harry Potter, I know magic's not real, but the way they examine it and introduce it, it's like, oh, okay, I understand the possibilities within this world, right? Within this realm. But this everything is real. They use real world references, pop culture references.
It's like too many passes.
Exactly. And then all of a sudden, fingerprinting isn't real.
Yeah.
Calling in your credit card, not real. Checking the cameras, not real. So that hotel that they went to had no cameras in it, not a single one. Where the people are missing from this hotel, right? They connected to the Tesla accident, and yet there's not a single camera in the entire place.
It's kind of crazy.
And hey, let's not just fingerprint the place, because if someone has fingerprints on file, it's Letty. She's been arrested. That is part of the real world. Everything else seems to be when they drink alcohol, they get drunk. Obviously, there's real world connections. So that's the way. It's a world which I can't fully buy into. Four horsemen. Just hold on. I need your pen.
Okay, on to
just need a pillow.
predictions. Predictions, anybody? Can we get the? Oh yes. Oh yes.
And now,
Do you feel better after that?
You just have spit coming out of your mouth. Okay, between the snorting and the spitting, I'm really listen. Prediction wise, I will say this: I think that we will find out that Javier's parents. He goes to the dinner. Letty does come. Javier's dad is.
Letty, what?
Letty goes to the restaurant
does
opening,
come.
the dinner.
Did you need that repeated? What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm so sorry.
Why I have a Georgetown law degree. Why am I on this panel?
Okay, again,
Listen.
we don't care.
Listen. So
All equal in this studio.
listen. So
What's
I
your
think Javier's
prediction?
parents.
What's
I
your
feel like Javier's parents are going to be.
We need to have a timer for how long you can talk in a 10-minute period, because I think you're done.
Listen. I just want to say I just like everyone on this panel. I just like every single person on this panel. And you know what?
You're still talking.
I hope all three of you fall off your horses. All three of you fall off your horses. Okay.
Abby, what do you think's gonna happen to Javier?
I think you took up my time. Let's
No.
just go on to
Use
the-
words that you don't know how to pronounce. Use
Alright,
those words.
So out of the 10 minutes we have 3 left for the 3 of us.
Okay, so I think we're gonna see more from Christian. I think something pretty bad's gonna happen with him.
He's gonna die.
And I think that might lead everyone back to Letty and Javier. That's all I'm gonna
Okay, and you?
predict now.
I still think Christian will die, like, soon. Like, very soon. Like, I don't think he'll be a big part of the rest of the season. And, I don't really know what will happen with Letty and Javier.
I think Christian's
I just
like
don't.
he's
I
a
have no
weak.
prediction. Like, they're either gonna, like,
Don't
leave
touch
each
me.
other again.
Don't touch me.
They're gonna leave each other.
Well, like how they did the last episode where, like, she did her thing and he did his thing. They'll probably do that again. Separate. Yes. Or they'll just be together forever.
Okay, so either they'll separate or be together. Sorry that you know
has
what?
to be
When
one
I
or the
talk, I
other.
actually make points. Let's
Listen,
continue.
I have some points. Okay, I think Christian obviously has a very weak personality and he can be persuaded by pretty much anyone or any situation. So I think when it comes down to it, involving him in this robbery was a mistake because now that he's involved, it's a bigger possibility that things could all fall down. Secondly, Javier knows that Letty's the one that made this robbery happen. I know that he knows, and I think that since his sister was, even if her hotel wasn't directly affected by it, obviously it still was, and I think that there are going to be repercussions for those actions.
Did you read the previews?
No.
Oh, okay.
There's some nice little...
Yeah. That's
Sharon, we have 3 minutes
I don't know
left.
if I'm allowed to have predictions. I don't want to.
We can have the remaining time just for you.
3 minutes just for you.
Listen, I don't want to speak to you
And
ever
go.
again. Okay, please lose. I think we should see other people. It's not me. It's you. It's just not working out. Okay, I mean that to all of you.
Should we switch seats next time?
So here's the thing. I think that I want to know more about Javier's parents, and I think we're gonna meet Javier's dad. This dad who's like
Well, yeah, they said they're coming.
this patriarch. Yeah, but sometimes they skip big parts of the show. Like a week isn't exactly like a week in their time. So I think we actually do get to see the dinner. We meet Javier's dad, and he's like this political person from Argentina in some way who is like corrupt, and that's where the money came from. And I think that Javier and his dad, like you said, have way more in common than we realize. I also think that Letty goes there and Letty makes a scene somehow. Like somehow she disrupts their normal family flow of what should be. She takes the focus off, the way Maddie says, like when family's involved, it's sacred. So
Yes.
that's what it is. And finally, I just disagree with everything Abigail ever says, ever. But
For future reference.
for future reference from now on, but I do want to say this. We are the Four Horsemen. We are the Four Horsemen. I picked that name. That's the one we stay. Maddie rides horses, okay?
I don't ride horses.
Have you ever ridden a horse?
Yes.
Okay, rides horses, okay? We are the Four Horsemen. I'm War.
I'm famine.
I'm death.
And I forget how to say it.
Pestilence.
Pestilence.
That's right, the Four Horsemen in full effect after Buzz.
We need to get the
All
story
right,
stuff on that.
guys. Pestilence, Olivia, the real OG. Please follow me on Instagram, Twitter, the real _O_G.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Watch next week as well. Follow me on the gram and the tweets at Maddie_Makely.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. You can follow me on all the social media at Abigail Fraher. Famine out.
Famine out, yes. And of course, I'm at I Am Tehran. We love hearing about
agree
you
with
guys
that?
and what you think. Please write in the comments below. Share, subscribe, tell your friends to tell their friends to tell their other friends. We're the best.
We want to know who you
team.
think's the smartest on the panel.
Not Tron.
Not Tron.
Why are you guys haters?
Bye.
Haters. Bye.
Oh wait.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Bye.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.